Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is Thee. Welcome to Rose Call. We're going to be journaling with the energies of Mary Magdalene, the Rose, and Mother Mary. Here on this channel, on this space, it's all about you reconnecting with your I am, receiving your own messages, having an open mind, faith, hope, and love endure. The cross. I am anchored in love. Having an unwavering faith, belief, and connection to your heart, to your soul, to your I am, to the divine, to a higher power. Nothing, the space, the energy that you're in now, nothing can move you. Nothing outside of you has power or control over you, or needing to be in this type of energy, being anchored in who you are, how you think, what you say, being anchored in your light. You see that light? Being anchored in your divinity. The fertile void. Inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. What have you been secretly working on? Who have you been secretly becoming? You done went within into that stillness. Going within to face our quote-unquote demons, to connect with our darkness, because everybody has light and dark within them. We see it's one thing, and we also all have an ego, but it's one thing. You know how sometimes people say, oh, they got a demon on them, or it's demon time. Like, saying stuff like that, like, that's not cute. I'm not gonna say like I'm on demon time, because like I just don't want to be in that type of energy. But it's nothing wrong with it, you know, especially when you master your demons. I'm more in the energy of, like, you know how some people try to do like quote unquote dark magic on somebody, or trying to send something some way. That's the only time I step into that energy. Because a part of me, like I just said, we all have light, we all have dark, and the dark in me, I love to play in the dark, but only when I have to, only when it's necessary. So having that balance with the light and with the dark, and having that balance with the light and the dark, it does put you on a different frequency, in a different energy. Our Lady who prevents interference. That's a beautiful card. I love the tree, the stars, the nurturing energy, the mother, the baby, the roses. It's beautiful. "22 is 4. 4 is protection, if I'm not mistaken. It's connected to angels. I don't like none of this music. Being anchored in who you are, even when you go into a void. The cross. Christ instructs us in Mary's gospel. Become content at heart while also remaining discontent and disobedient in deed. Become contented and agreeable only in the presence of that other image of nature. Anyone with 2 ears capable of hearing should listen. Mary 3:12-14. The Greek word for knowledge or knowing, gnosis, doesn't refer to intellectual knowing or knowledge, or something we can be taught, or information we can be given by something else. Gnosis is what we know because of direct experience. Having discernment, not only having discernment, but utilizing the gift of discernment. Knowing what's for you and what isn't. Soul voice meditation. Where in my life can I anchor more fully into my heart? Where in my life can I anchor more fully into my heart? Where can I be more authentic for myself? Where can I show up more for myself? Like sometimes, like it's okay to be a giver. It's okay to be a nurturer, right? It's okay to do for others, to be kind for others. But if we're gonna be wearing a cape for other people, we cannot forget about ourselves. We can't be so caught up in always being there for others, thinking about for others, that we forget about ourselves. We forget to nurture ourselves, to love ourselves, to speak to ourselves, to be gentle with ourselves, nurture ourselves. That's how you can stay anchored in you, in the pure love. The fertile void. This is a very auspicious card. It holds the potent golden seeds of a new beginning and the aftermath of an end. So what has come to an end in your life? It doesn't have to be anything. It can be anything. It can be physical, mental, emotionally. It can be a relationship, whatever it is. Whatever has come to an end, release it with grace. Be thankful for the experience and prepare for your next chapter. Okay, back to the book. We're called to have patience and enter a state of deep rest, repair, regeneration, and acceptance. To let a part of our lives, or even who we once were, metaphorically die in order to seed, sprout, bud, and bloom again. Yes. Yes. And this is actually the energy we are in with this Aries new moon solar eclipse. The year, universal 9 year. It has void energy all over it. Winter is a phase of initiation, renewal, and rebirth. When we're going through a period of inner winter, we experience this too. We metaphorically go underground by coming to a standstill and allowing ourselves to recover and rest. We don't realize it, but this is the most important part of our growth, and it takes faith and surrender to do it. Trust the sureness of the soil. The new is being woven without you having to micromanage every move. Trust the sureness of the soul. Be cradled by the great mystery. This is a very tender, powerful time. It is a very, very powerful time. Aries is about I am. Aries is the I am energy. This is a very potent time to really go within and have control over our emotions, our thoughts, our visions, the energy, holding our frequency. If you need to go within for anything, do it. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to have some lazy days, have some lazy days. If you've been working on something in the dark and the secret and you're ready to bring it to light, do that. If you working in dark, working in secret, working on something that you're not ready to share yet because you're still working on it, keep working on it. And just make sure you just keep having that patience for yourself and trust the process. Rose Soul Inquiry. How can you surrender into the great mystery? How can you surrender into the great mystery? Me personally, I am surrendering into the great mystery by following my prompts, my downloads, my intuition, my ideas. When I get ideas, I write them down. If they constantly repeat, constantly keep showing up in different ways, I act on it. I don't need to know the whole plan. I don't need to know the end goal. I'm just surrendering, literally, to my prompts, aka doing what I'm told. And that's a very vulnerable place. That you have to have deep, deep trust to do that. Our Lady who prevents interference. Your inner light is growing, my beloved. And through love, you are attracting many who can be nourished by you. As the love in you blossoms, there are others who are captured in fear, who may feel threatened by you and wish to obstruct your growth. I am your salvation and protection. For my love is greater than any fear. Place your loving trust in me. You shall not be harmed, nor shall you be swayed away from your inevitable spiritual success. On my path of love, I prevent spiritual sabotage from succeeding. The success on your path through me is the triumph of spiritual freedom. Regardless of what you're going through, regardless of any ops you think you have or you may have no fear, okay? Because, no. Stay anchored in knowing you are divinely protected. Stay anchored in your knowing that you are safe. You are grounded. Stay anchored in your light so the darkness cannot reach you. That darkness from other people. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. One role that you are playing in the various films of life includes the role of a spiritual being who is here to help yourself and others through your divine awakening. You are a holy child of the Holy Mother, and together you are bringing her path of love to fruition, perhaps so that there can be less horror movies and more great romances. For now, however, the horror movies are a part of Earth's great cosmic screenplay, and we need to deal with them too. Ignoring them and focusing on the beam of light is not going to help us change the screenplays that create the films. Through awareness, we can become more intelligent. We can actively seek the divine protection that is reaching to us through Our Lady. And we will not be so affected by any negativity around us. Hold in your vibration. But also putting up that shield around your aura, around your body. Interference with our well-being, our finances, our life path, our happiness, relationships can be prevented. Use the power of protection that is available to you. The Divine Mother has brought this oracle to you because she wishes for you to come even more deeply into her protective field of love to thrive. Allow Mother Mary, the Divine, the angels, whatever higher power you believe in, to hold you like this baby, to surround you, to nurture you, to protect you, to keep you above the chaos. Sometimes we even need protection from ourselves, because a lot of times, we think we know that thoughts are things, but we still not controlling our thoughts. We're still not controlling our minds. We're still stuck in a pattern of thinking like we used to think last week, last month, last year, a few years ago. That's another reason why rest, release, and reflection is so good for us, because because emotions and different energy literally gets trapped in our bodies. And that is what can cause us to keep ourselves in certain patterns, certain behaviors. We can actually become addicted to negative emotions and negative feelings, not because we think like that or want to be like that, but because it's stuck in our bodies. That's why it's good to go within. That's why it's good to love yourself, be patient with yourself, to nurture yourself, to rest, to be anchored in your I am, anchored in your heart, your love, your light, your knowing. Nobody is perfect. We all slip up sometime and go back to an old way of thinking or have an old thought, but it's up to us in that present moment to check ourselves literally before we wreck ourselves, because sliding back into an old behavior or an old pattern or an old energy or old thought, old way of being, it doesn't align with our present self or our future self or our higher self. Remind yourself, the things we go through, we have to grow through them. They're lessons. Earth is a school for our soul. Whatever or whoever that needs to be released and let go, as I said earlier, do it with grace, with love, with understanding, with patience. It's like taking a deep breath, releasing that old breath, breathing in anew. Let me let this girl out. Girl, don't rush me. Don't rush me. You are rushing me. You are. When you're going through a dark period, reach inside of you to the light. Go inside. Remember that you are loved, regardless of what you're going through, where you are in life. That's why it's so important to have elevated emotions. Staying in the energy of gratitude, even when we don't initially realize that it's something to be grateful for, especially if it's something that we're losing or we feel like we're losing. Being fired, losing a car, losing a relationship. It seems devastating in the moment. But then when you get to your next chapter, you look back into your book and be like, oh, I probably wouldn't be here if I didn't go through what I went through. I may not even know how to handle and deal with what I am dealing with now if I didn't learn it previously. If I didn't learn how to cultivate and strengthen, endure, and be anchored in my energy. Me personally, when something happens in my life where it's just like, whoa, I low-key tell myself, this is not my life. This isn't my life. And then I speak that what I'm grateful for is going to happen in the in the future, but I speak and be grateful for it in the present. For example, if say I don't have any money for groceries or something, and I'm feeling sad and down and hungry and just, depressed, I'm gonna think that, I'm gonna feel it, but then I'm gonna check myself and be like, nah, this ain't my life. I am grateful I have a fridge full of food. I am grateful that I can go to the grocery store whenever I want to. I can go out to eat whenever I want to. And yes, like, doing things like that is easier said than done, because you really have to embody that gratitude. Embody that you have the money now. Embody that you have the food now. Feel it literally in your being. That's not always easy. It takes practice. That's why it's so important to stay anchored in you. So now you want to come back and talk mess. I'm busy. Yes, ma'am. Being anchored in your love and in your light. So when you do have to go within to the darkness, you can find your way out. I mean, it can go so many different ways. It can be so many different messages off the imagery alone. And I even said earlier that Earth was a school. So while you're here at school, in school, being anchored in your love, in your light. It says in inner winter, but it also looks like this person is underwater. It could look like, because it looks like it's symbolizing the subconscious mind. Y'all know, you know how some parents, some mothers, some fathers, some guardians, they say the phrase like, I don't play about mine, when they talk about their children, their little people, their babies. I don't play about mine. That's how Mother Mary feels about you. That's how the divine feels about you. That's how the universe feels about you. That's how God feels about you. That's how the higher power feels about you. The universe, the divine, the source, is not going to play about you. But are you open to receive that guidance, that protection, that nurturing? Are you anchored in your knowing? Thank you for tuning in. I do hope you are able to journal. I hope this was beneficial. And remember, it's not about what I say, it's all about what comes from within. Maybe I shouldn't say what I see. Maybe I should just read the cards and just allow you to read for yourself. I think I am gonna do that for like when I get to the halfway point. Am I at the halfway point yet? If I'm not mistaken, Rose Call has 44 episodes, so today is the 31st. So yes, the next episode Wednesday, because I'm past the halfway mark. So yeah, starting Wednesday, I'm not going to say what I see anymore for the remaining of the episodes. I'm only going to be reading the cards and the guidebooks, so you can interpret the messages yourself. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What messages are you receiving just based on the card energy and your energy? I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. But yeah, blessings to you. Peace, peace, peace. It's all love. Good day.